Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for stopping by, checking out my YouTube channel, checking out my videos. Today, man, I was blessed with some information that somebody told me about, and it's helped me tremendously. So I just wanted to share that wealth of information with somebody else. Um, and this information will actually really help you. It's not one of those videos that clickbaits and you click on it, and it's like, wah, 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 wah. They have no real information for you, and thank you for clicking on it. They just got 10 million views. They made money off you. No, it's not one of them kind of videos. So look, if you've been trying to get your CDL and you haven't done it, I'm going to tell you probably what your excuses are. You don't have the money to go to school. I was looking, and the cheapest I found is around $3,300. Average is around $45. Most expensive is around $5,500. What were the requirements? You had to do 140 hours of school. So you had to do 140 hours of driving. And like once you did these drivings, they taught you these different things. So with my job at that current time, it just, man, I couldn't swing it. You know, I was working 78 hours a week, doing double shifts, you know, working from 7 a.m. till 7 a.m. Crazy. I was working 2, sometimes 3 days straight, no sleep. I was on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, it was just nuts. You know, at the end of the day, I can make every excuse in the world, but it just wasn't happening. Like, nah. And then the $4,500 to pull it out of my butt, you know, I didn't have that either. You know, so I was just like in a rock and a hard place. Like, I know I need to do this, but I just can't find the time or the money to make this happen. So I went down to the DMV. I got this book. I started reading this book, and man, you're coming home tired, and you're sitting at the couch, falling asleep, and just, man, this book was just killing me. So I'm going to tell you about an app. This app is called CDL Prep. So here's the icon right here. Turn that. See, come on. Why am I struggling with this? CDL Prep. See that right there? CDL Prep. There you go. That's how you can read it. So I just wanted to show you what the logo looked like. Download it. They have it for Androids and iTunes. So what's so cool about this app is, okay, so they have 2 different sections. They have a practice, and then they have the test. So you can go through the general knowledge, the hazmat, passenger vehicle, air brakes, combination vehicles, double and triple trailers, tanker vehicles, school buses, and pre-trip. See how that all kind of goes down in there? All right. So what that does, let's say, for instance, general knowledge, it goes on all these different ones, and it tells you, you know, how many questions you have. Some of the sections at the end, man, they had what, 90 questions. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through these, and you're going to know them all, because at the end of the day, you have the possibility in some of these sections having, let's say, 100, you know, or 200 questions. But out of those 200 questions, they're only going to give you 27. So what this is doing is just literally giving you all the possibility of the questions. Okay. Once you know that and you went through the practice, and at the top there they have an option that says test. You click on the test, and what it's going to do is going to randomly grab questions out of those database of questions and create a test just like the real test. So if it's only 27 questions in that section, or it's 50 questions, whatever, it's going to randomly grab from that database and give it to you, just like a real CDL test would be. However, you studied them all, so you should really know it. So I'm going to say like, hey, that's just not going to work. Yes, it will. You know why it will? Because what it does is when you get a question wrong, it kind of filters it back, and then it has repetitiveness to it. So, you know, you go through those 97 questions, you get 14 of them wrong. It's going to circle back once you're done. It's going to start asking you those questions, and then may filter in 1 or 2 questions that you did get right, but it works with you so that you can't go beyond the next section until you learn it. So you will 100% know that until you move on to your next section, and then each section will build on the previous section. So it may mention something, you know, similar, and then the second section may be a more difficult question, which also involves that. So I mean, like I said, I studied with this book, and I was not confident at all I would pass that. When I studied with this app, you know, I was still nervous, you know, because my job literally depended on me passing that test, you know. So I kind of wanted to do one of these, please God, please. And when I sat down and I took that test, all I said was, thank you God, because it was literally the same questions. You know, it was a confidence. So I told myself when I took that test, I wasn't gonna just boom, 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 click the answers. I was gonna make sure that I read the question fully, and to make sure I read the answers fully, because I know sometimes they take one or two little things, and then that tricks you, right? Because you're like, oh, I already know this one, you know. But it was so natural to me, like, oh, I know this one, I know this one. I wanted to just click the answers and just kind of like just cruise right through the test. But I made sure, you know, I got to slow down a little bit. I want to make sure I read these, that there's not some one or two things that are changed and I'm choosing the wrong answers. But there was sections that I did that I didn't even finish the test because you only need so many right, but you can have so many wrong. But the point is that I basically got up to, let's say the first section was 27 questions. I got 27 right, and then the test stopped. You know, then there was another one I got one wrong, so it gave me an extra question. You know, you can get, I don't know how many you can actually get wrong, but I only got 2 wrong on the whole entire thing. And I did the general knowledge, I did the passenger vehicle, and I did the air brakes for the CDL card. So I got 2 wrong on all of them. So to me, that's hey, I can't beat that. So this book, no go. This app, man. So okay, so the other thing you may say is like, well, hey Rick, I'm not in Illinois, so is this app gonna work for me? Yes. So there were some questions on there that flat out said like in Oklahoma, in Texas, in Alaska. So there were some questions. There's gonna be some things you're gonna know that you may not necessarily have to know because you don't live in those states. But who cares? Just learn it. You know. At the end of the day, too, if you have CDL and you're actually driving across country, you'd want to know what those laws are in those different states, anyways, right? So yes, it doesn't matter what state you live in, the app's good to go. So download the app. I can't stress it enough. Download the app. Okay, so I think it was like $2. It's free, but then it was like $2 to make it basically not adware. So at first I was like, whatever. I didn't pay, and then when I started using the app, and I was like, this thing is like kick ass. I paid. I think it was $2 or $5. I know it's definitely not more than $5. But anyways, like I said, it was so helpful that I was like, nah, I got to give back. I got to pay these guys. So I paid my little couple dollars for that app. And I'm doing this video just kind of plugging them, saying download it, download it, download it. And I hope they get, I hope they get a ton of views from people downloading the apps because it works. So here's the other thing, okay? So you're like, all right, cool. Got my permit. Now what? I still don't know how to drive a truck. I still don't have access to a truck. And I'm still in the same boat. I don't have the 4,500 to go to school. Well, guess what? I didn't know this, and somebody told me. If you go on Google and you type in CDL rental, I know you're like, CDL rental. It's not. Just type CDL rental on Google. And what happens is you're going to start seeing things come up where companies will actually just rent you the vehicles. So for instance, there's a company called CDL Truck Rental Services in West Chicago, Illinois. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, I highly recommend you call them. Their phone number is, let me see here. Hold on. Where's their phone number? Their phone number is 630-675-4423. All right, so the reason what's so cool about that is that you can actually pay hourly to have somebody help you. So let's just say you say, hey, I'm really good at a trailer. I can back up. I can do all this. You're good to go. But let's just say you're saying, hey, I've never backed up a trailer. I need help with a trailer. You can bid, I need 2 hours help with this, or, do it for 1 hour and then you suck. So then you do it for another hour. The point is you pay as you go, and you only pay for what you need. So if you can learn all that shit in 3 hours, man, you took in 3 hours. And so what they're going to do is they're going to take you on the same exact route that you're literally going to take the test on. They're going to walk you through all the stuff with the truck that you're taking the test on. So it's fresh in your mind. So keep in mind, when you get your permit, you cannot take the actual driving test until 15 days later. So the moment you walk out of that DMV, jump online and book your test, because it gets booked up. You may not be, I couldn't go for actually, even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it before the 15 days. It wasn't available. And it's not like you can't go to any DMV. Only certain DMVs actually have the CDL testing facility. So I didn't have a lot of options within my area. So I chose it, and 3 weeks later, I'm going to be able to take the test. So don't not book it right away. You may say, well, I'm not sure if I'll have the money to, to pay, to go through all those hours, or I'm not sure I'll be ready. Well, guess what? You can always reschedule, so it doesn't matter. So let me show you the company right here. CDL Truck Rental Services LLC. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, man, I recommend these guys. Like I said, everywhere else was like $3,300 the cheapest, $4,500 average, $5,500 was the highest, and they were kind of just like, didn't seem really helpful. Kind of just seemed like they're out to get your money. And hey, you need to drive 170 hours. So this guy, Paulie, if you go there, tell Paulie Rick Ramirez sent you. Tell him. I told him, I said, man, I said, I feel blessed to met you. I'm going to send you a ton of business. I'm going to put the word out there. I'm going to tell everybody I work with. I'm going to jump online. I'm going to give you a review. I can't be grateful enough to these guys. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, check these guys out. I'm going to post a link in the description of how to get a hold of them, what all their contact information. Call them, book it. They're open 7 days a week, I think, up until wow, look at that, 11 p.m. guys, 11 p.m. You know what I mean? That's insane. So you can't tell me you can't make time, and you're only booking them in 2-hour increments. So 2 hours, man. You can make it happen. How bad do you want it? This is something that you got to do to advance your career. This is something you got to do for your job. You can't tell me that you can't take 2 hours. You can. And you can't tell me that you can't afford, a couple $100. Man, I tell you what. Take your bank statement right now. Take a highlighter and highlight every single time you ate out to eat today for this past month. And you tell me that it didn't add up to that. It won't way beyond the $200 or whatever. So even if you got to do 2 hours and then 2 hours, whatever, however long it's going to take you to make you feel comfortable, I'm sure they're going to tell you, hey, you're ready, or nah, dude, you suck, you need more time. But the point is, do something like that to save a ton of money, and at the end of the day, these guys are relying on referrals, man. So if you're not successful, they're not successful. So yeah, so that's my 2 cents. Download the app, study. Okay, so how long did I study? I studied for 5 days a week. I just fit it in whenever I could. I mean, I came home, I sat down on the couch, I'm literally falling asleep like, I'm the kind of guy that when I come home to take a shower, I'm like, oh, my bones are hurting. So I take a shower, stand in the hot shower until the water starts getting cold. So I'm literally doing the app and standing in the shower. Any chance that I got that had some downtime, I get to work 30 minutes early every day. Actually, about probably 45 minutes early. Every day, 45 minutes before I start work, I'm doing that test. So just push it in there, get it in there, get that beat into your brain. And then as soon as you finish all the practice tests, take the test. So I took all the practice tests. After I took the actual practice test on that app, I took the test. First time I took it, I got an 85. Second time, I got like a 90. Third time, I failed. I was like, what? Because they brought a random question I guess I wasn't really familiar with. So I took the actual practice test 5 times. Obviously, it was good enough because, like I told you, I got 2 wrong, period, when I took the real test. So download the app, pay for it. Give the money to those guys. They deserve it. Don't waste your time with this. Seriously. I mean, I was in line. I saw 3 people fail, and they're like, man, they've been studying for a couple months. This is one person told me that this is like not their first time failing. They failed more than 3 times, had to wait to take it again. So remember, you can only fail 3 times, and I don't remember what the grace period is, but then you gotta wait till you do it again. So if you're trying to do this for a job, that could screw you. Now you gotta wait 3 months or a month, whatever it is, to take the test again. So everyone learns differently, but like I said, that app will help you tremendously because the way that it's structured with its questions, and it keeps circling back over and over and over and over and over again. So I don't want to start babbling, but like I said, download the app. If you're in the Chicagoland area, give these guys a call. The CDL Truck Rental Services LLC. Give them a call. At their phone number is 630-675-4423. 630-675-4423. I'm not affiliated with them at all, so I'm not getting anything out of doing it. I'm just, I struggled really bad trying to make this happen, and I'm like, man, I'm so happy that I got this information on. It's really gonna happen for me. So I just want, if somebody else in the Chicagoland area, boom, that's where you should go. Those book in the garbage, download the app, call those guys, get her done. If you're not in the Chicagoland area, like I said, do a search for CDL truck rental, and you're gonna think, why CDL truck rental? Every company puts keywords to come up on Google. They know what you're talking about. So you're renting the vehicle. That's going to save you a ton of money, ton of cash, ton of time, and get it fast. So, reality, you could technically have your CDL in 15 days, right? If you took the test, you got to wait 15 days, and then the 16th day, the 15th day, you could take your driving. So I took 5 days of studying, a week of studying, and now I have the 15 days. On the 15th day, I can take my exam. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it took me 22 days to get my CDL. That's crazy, but like I said, it's not like I was doing something every single day. I studied for 1 week, and now I have a grace period. I'm going to go on a Saturday and a Sunday, 2 hours each time, to go to the driving and the pre-trip and all that, and then take the actual test. So there it is. Stop procrastinating. I wish I would have found this information a long time ago. So get your CDL. Start making that money you need to make. You gotta own it. So that's it. That's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. God bless. Please like, comment, and share. Subscribe to my channel, and really tell these guys, if you are in the Chicagoland area and you do go to CDL Truck Rental Services, tell them Rick Ramirez sent you. Tell them. I want to send these guys a ton of business. I think they deserve the business. And download the app and leave them reviews. Because it's going to help you. So thanks for watching.